people visit those booths like really quickly because they're quite overwhelmed. So there has to be a certain effect of creativity and innovation that catch your eyes in a minute. You get like a certain space, and that space usually is sometimes super tiny. So there is a usage of spatial design. How do you create a customer flow? How do you create interaction with customers?
It's all about a kind of clear hierarchy of perception. It must be clear what your message is, what your goal is, what do you want to show, what is the main highlight.
Sustainability, specifically with the temporary aspect of trade fair stands, I think it's particularly important. That booth is somewhat a sales tool and it has to attract attention. It has to convey the brand's essence within seconds of perception, especially on a busy floor. Reuse, I think, is often something that is a goal, but from a brand and marketing point of view, usually, doesn't follow through.
I think they planned it from scratch as a reusable stand. This whole discussion about fast fashion, it kind of, they got rid of that discussion from the very start on because they want to use the textile again after the show for making clothes.
What I find particular about this booth is that it surprises me and it goes a little bit out from standard way of showing things. To use the product and in a way you kind of discover what's behind the scenes.
Trade fairs, is it still a format that we need? If we do agree and we say, yes, it is something we need, then it should be sensually strong. It should be visually strong. It should be very analog, very much of an experience, something I want to feel, hear and kind of experience in a very human aspect. So this is why I'm very much for that particular project.
Making use of the full height of the venue, it has a signal to a distance. And I think what's interesting particularly is that if the fabric goes back into the clothes that they design and ultimately sell, I think then the booth itself becomes part of the story of the product. And I think that is a particularly interesting idea. But I think that full circle approach of the fabric going back into the pieces tells a very good brand story.